Hello there, I am Shaun McLaren, and this is a sweet new standard video. That's right, Marvel has been banned from standard, so the format is wide open. Wide open, baby. That's why we're playing a slightly different green-black deck than the green-black deck we were playing before Marvel was banned. Yeah, so the green-black deck I worked on and popularized before Marvel was banned was sort of a Constrictor Delirium mix, sort of aggressive pre-board and then controlling post-board. And I think a big reason why that deck worked so well was because of how good Dissenter's Deliverance was in the format against the two big decks of Tamir, Aetherworks, and Mardu. And Dissenter's Deliverance was so good with Grim Flare and Traverse the Uvenwald for enabling like a mid-game Delirium. But now Dissenter's Deliverance is not nearly as good as it used to be since Marvel is banned. So you don't really need Dissenters or even want Dissenter's Deliverance main deck, which makes Grim Flare a lot worse, which makes Traverse the Uvenwald a lot worse. So the Constrictor deck that I worked on kind of took a hit, I would say. Meanwhile, big black-green Delirium, I'd say, got much better. Like versions with Ishkana and like Vessel of Nascency and like big Lilianas. Like you couldn't play that deck before because you would just lose to Ulamog, but now you can play that deck. So that deck improved, and I also think this deck may have improved in relation to the metagame a little bit, at least in comparison to my Constrictor deck, which probably got a little bit worse, oddly enough, due to Marvel being banned. I'm not sure about that, but I'm going to try out an energy version of green-black today. So we have a Glint Sleeve Siphoner, which is honestly like the best card in the deck. It's so good if you cast turn 1 Attune or have Aether Hub in the first few turns. It has to be immediately dealt with or you get to draw cards. That's like the big reason to go energy. You also have Long Tusk Hub, which I mean is kind of disappointing compared to Grim Flare, but also potentially amazing. Just a great card with Winding Constrictor since it generates more energy and puts +1/+1 counters on it. I've tried to make the deck basically as aggressive as possible pre-board with 4 Nissas and 3 Rishkars. So 2-drop into Rishkar is just insane, and Nissa turn 3 is just always insane. And we also have 4 Tireless Trackers because Tireless Tracker is great. Also have removal. This is sort of the Glorybringer removal package. Stuff that can deal with Glorybringer. I mean, Fatal Push is amazing, but it doesn't kill Glorybringer, whereas all these can kill Glorybringer. I mean, I don't like Grasp of Darkness just because it's so difficult to cast on your mana base. And you need to keep up 2 black and Grasp to kill Glorybringer, but this stuff all deals with Glorybringer, and Ob Nixilis is secretly like a really good answer to Glorybringer as well. So I'm trying to one main deck. And no Verdurous Gearhulks. I figured I would keep the curve low and just focus on Rishkars rather than Verdurous Gearhulks. Maybe one Verdurous Gearhulk or more like is completely correct though, but I'm trying to go as low to the ground as possible today. Other than that, it's pretty much the same deck I've been playing in standards. It's very similar to just straight green-black Constrictor Delirium with the 4 Dissenter's Deliverance that I was previously playing. Kind of the same deck. Very similarly playing it game 1 it plays very similarly game 1 to Green-Black Constrictor. That's what I'm trying to say. Alright, the sideboard. So, we have 2 transgresses. Previously, always just 4 transgresses to beat Marvel. But now I'm going to try out Lay Bare the Heart. Previously, you didn't want Lay Bare the Heart because it could not hit Ulamog or Aetherworks Marvel. It was just completely unplayable because of that. But now, Lay Bare the Heart might actually be better than Transgress, oddly enough. I mean, there's going to be a choice now. Before you just played Transgress and couldn't play Lay Bare the Heart. Now you can actually think about playing Lay Bare the Heart, so I'm going to try it out and see how it does. It's actually much better against control decks because it can hit pull from tomorrow, like Essence Scatters, Negates, all that sort of thing, whereas Transgress would just whiff on those. Also you can hit like Harness Lightning, Fatal Push, Grasp of Darkness, that sort of thing. Of course, Transgress is much better against legendary creatures, and it also exiles, so it is definitely a decision now, I think. Root Out. Root Out is back, baby! Root Out. Alright, Root Out. Root Out needs no explanation, obviously it's Root Out. Alright, Lifecrafter's Bestiary is the best way to get an advantage against control and midrange. Just a very powerful card if it resolves in any sort of attrition war. Gaunty. Gaunty is amazing as well in an attrition war and kind of like the backbone of what we're trying to do post-board. We're just trying to grind them out with Gaunties. Just steal their cards, have a 2/3 Death Toucher, and win the game from there. Similarly, Ob Nixilis plays into this plan, drawing cards, destroying creatures. And then we have basically 2 cards for zombies, Yahini's Expertise and Kalitas. I'm not sure how we'll do against zombies. I mean, we should be fine against zombies, but we don't have Traverse for Kalitas like we used to have with Constrictor. But we're kind of more aggressive, which could be good against them too, so I suppose it'll take time to find out. Yeah, so that's the deck. Let's try it out.